guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com. So, Elvis thought it'd be a good idea that we did a what's in my gym bag video. Because everyone does what's in my gym bag video. I figured I'd take you into my gym bag, just show you some of the stuff I got. Honestly, I don't know what the hell we're going to run into, because I have not took an in-depth look in here in a while. As you can see, it's more of a gym trunk, but we're going to find out. Maybe we'll come across some good bits here, and then maybe you'll learn something. Take a piece away. So, if you come over here in my trunk, alright, I keep everything in my car because if I'm going to train, usually I'm out somewhere anyway, so I'm just going to grab it from my car. It's always there. I don't have to worry about packing it, forgetting anything. Or I'm out over here in the HQ, in which I end up pulling my Jeep in anyway, and I have everything right here. And so it's just easier for me to keep everything in my trunk, so instead of a gym bag, I kind of just got a messy gym trunk. And you can see I got the fishing pole hanging out here. You never know when you're going to come across waters where you just want to dip your pole in. So if you come over here, got first off my bench shirts. Now you can't be without your bench shirts. Now this is your suit of armor. You can't lift weight without these things. Yeah, literally. So this one right here, if we take a look, this is my most recent purchase. And I haven't used a ton of bench shirts, but this is my most recent purchase. Alright, this is an Inzer. See, it's all bundled up. This is an Inzer SDP. All my shirts are Inzers right now. This thing here, this is triple sleeves, triple chest, grid stitch. So this was all added on. This cost a fortune. It's like 450 bucks. Kind of a lesson in more is not always better. Usually I would say the double ply stuff is really the go-to, at least for the SDPs after feeling this out. Because this shirt, I tell you, a ton of stopping power. It is tough to touch, but once you actually touch and you go to press, it feels like you're punching into a brick wall, and that wall takes like 10 seconds to start moving for you. So, not in love with this shirt, and I think I'm going to kind of phase out from it, but that's what I have here, and this is great when I'm losing a little weight right now, so this is going to fit me a little bit better. So I'll give it a whirl, see what comes out of it. Definitely have to get that raw lockout strength up, though, to handle more weight in there. And then with this bad boy, this is my money shirt here. All right, use this at the Arnie, hit 705 in this shirt. Actually hit 710 in this shirt. As recent as last meet, all my great benches are in this shirt. Started off hitting my first 600 in this shirt. This is an SDP I got off of eBay. This thing was like $280 the guy was selling it for. It's I believe it's triple sleeves, but a double chest. One or the other there. And this thing's great. This thing gives you the pop off the chest. I've had to groan into it. I've gained 30 pounds to get bigger lifts than this. I've lost weight, pinched the sleeves, still use this. But this has been an awesome shirt. So I always have my bench shirts here with me. So getting these out of the way. I always carry these around. Don't want to forget them. Alright, then if you look over here, I got some training tools too. Just some shit people leave around because, you know, I make a shelf here when we train at night, and everyone kind of throws their stuff in there. But after these bench shirts, I got some cool tools here, and that is the RAM. Alright, now this is a great tool I'll use. It's a little more aggressive than a slingshot, but not going to be as aggressive as like wearing this Magnum RAM, which they make now. So I'd relate it more to like a tight red slingshot or a black slingshot, if not a little bit more. But this gives you great pop, allows you to train more of that shirted groove. If you're a shirted guy, shirted girl, whatever, you need a training tool like this. It is going to be big because you can train similar technique without handling as much weight, without taxing your system as much. Alright, so a lot of your training can be done in this. And I love doing really lightweight, so a lot of times if I'm going to do speed work, if it's close to the meet, I'm going to opt to use this for the speed work. Keep it light, keep the same groove. This right here is my new favorite training tool. They made the Magnum RAM. Now, if you're familiar with those big, thick black Onyx bands or those Godzilla bands, that's pretty much like someone took a Godzilla band, slapped it into this, encased it, and then there you go. That's your Magnum RAM for you, right? So it takes a lot to get this down, so it's going to feel a lot like a shirt. This will actually perform like a shirt will. All right, this will give you a lot of pop. This tool and then something like the Bench Daddy is going to give you a lot of pop, similar to a shirt. You can lift a lot of weight with this, all right? I'm approaching 600 pounds soon using this tool right here. Great tool. So another one to have. You want something aggressive that's going to act like a shirt that actually isn't a shirt. Easy to slip on and work with. And you can do a lot of sets in that. A shirt, you're not going to want to do a lot of sets, let me tell you. We got our new wrist wraps and elbow sleeves. These are prototypes. I don't even make these, so I got a few prototypes laying around in my gym trunk. All right, I have our actual sleeves. Now, these I'll use all the time when I bench. These I've used at my last meet, 710 and these. Big benches, the wrist wraps. This is the 36-inch. These are super stiff. It's our stiffest model. We sell these on the website, bigbenchas.com. These are awesome, guys. Check them out. We also have the lighter version, and I use the prototypes for that. But the black ones, they're 24 inches, multi-purpose, great for something like squats, quick on and off. All right, with the elbow sleeves. All right, and the elbow sleeves are awesome. They taper in the back. Right, I always wear these when I bench. So I have these hanging around. I have the old school Mark Bell power shoe. You can't find these anymore, so you guys should have jumped on that bandwagon when you had a chance. But I've used these for the past, I think, over 3 years now. And you know, they've seen better days. They're starting to fall apart a little bit, but for the most part, they're holding up, starting to lose their traction, but still hell of a lot of grip left in these bad boys. I really like how they were made. They got the wide toe base, so if you're squatting, deadlifting, I've used these at full power meets. I actually compete at the Arnie in these. And really crucial, you know, how crucial it is to spread your toes, grab onto the ground, especially something multiply. And this wide toe base really does the trick for you. So these are great. If you can't get your hands on these, you know, people ask me all the time, what shoe would you wear? Simple Chuck Taylor's fine. That'll get the job done. But these were great. I think there's a few more out there somewhere, but you're going to pay top dollar for them. Taking a stroll here through the bench trunk. We got a slingshot. This does not fit me anymore. You'll probably laugh at me trying to stick this thing on. That's about where it goes. But, you know, sometimes there's people at the gym, little people, that like to use a little slingshot. So I keep it with me. Taking a look here, we got a rumble roller. It's just good getting things rolled out beforehand. I always carry one with me. Taking a look. Mouth guard out in the open. I gotta clean this one. Ooh. Fang mouth guard. Let's take a look. Alright. Slingshot sleeves. I don't use these anymore because I got Big Benchas sleeves. So these are just kind of hanging out in my trunk. But these were my go-to. Thing I don't really like about these is they don't taper as much in the middle. So that's why I prefer our model now. Belt. I've had this belt for a long time. If you're going to invest in a belt, thing I was nervous about when I got an Inzer belt is some of them are super, super stiff. And you can like run that shit over with a freight truck like a shit ton of times. And it's not going to loosen up for you. So I made sure when I was at the Arnie, I bought this from the table. I was able to feel it. Felt that it was very pliable. So this was a great belt. And I've used it ever since. You know, through my weight gains, it's stayed with me. Right near the fringe, but like I said, I'm losing weight, so it's just still sticking with me. And been a hell of a belt. Nice and pliable, holding together. Nice insert belt. If you could come in here, we're starting to get into the thick of things in my actual bag, which is buried all underneath this gym shit. If we look in the back here, baby powder. If you're a shirted guy, you always need a little bit of baby powder hanging around. We pretty much breathe these in all the time. Our lungs are part baby powder now. But you got to throw that all on, help get that shirt in. All right? Always have some baby powder around. And if your bottom is ever rubbing, you know what I mean? You throw a little baby powder. All right, let's come over here. Old wraps I used to use, THPs. I still recommend these, especially for those competing USAPL at higher levels, because you're not going to be able to, unfortunately, wear ours. All right, you can't wear Big Benchas wraps at those meets. They're very stingy on what brands you can actually use, but ours are very closely related and similar to the THP wraps. These are a hell of a wrap too, and I've used these for a long time. Hit the 705 in them. So our wraps are very comparable to the THPs. Love that wrap. Bench blocks. Steve was actually kind enough to send me over the 2 to 5 bore bench block, and he also sent me some wrist wraps. So I'll use these time to time. I'm doing some quick overheads, squats, very comparable to our multi-purpose wrap. So the same type of thing going on there. I have some Stickum spray. Haven't used that in a while. Right, it's just going to give you a little bit of stick. This one's not that great. Mueller Magic Grip. I use some Stickum stuff instead. But something to spray on your shoes, right? Gives you a little stick. So that if you're on a surface that's very slippery, because we know we want to push away from the floor when we bench, this is going to hold you there. Some of my favorite stuff here, Deep Blue, doTERRA Deep Blue. Now you've probably heard of the horse cream and all that stuff. I forget the other one out, but you know, all that typical stuff. You'll see those liniments on Elite FTS. I prefer Deep Blue because the thing with the horse cream is it would take a good amount of time for it to actually kick in. You know, you have to sweat and kind of get hot and stuff like that. This is good any time of the year, even if you're not sweating. This will kick in quick, but the thing is it'll last a good amount of time too. So the trick is I like to put that on my elbows and encapsulate it in our elbow sleeves, and that keeps you feeling good through the session. We get into here, some knee wraps, back in my squatting days. All right, and this is a great knee wrap. I had to stop using these just because I couldn't self-wrap them because they're that stiff. Unbreakable gear, I think Destroyers or Annihilators, something like that. They've changed them around a little bit, but this was their heaviest wrap at the time, Unbreakable gear, and they made a fantastic wrap, and I love these babies. I'd still use them now. They're just really tough to self-wrap. So I have that going on in here. I always keep a band with me so you can stretch, do all that deal, get ready to bench. You know, do a lot with the band, just loosen up. Some short burst explosive stuff, mobility work. Always good to have a band. Straps, you know, your common things. Got a lacrosse ball, dig into some problem areas. That's about it in here. I do keep my hand roller. I always start my workout just by rolling some blood flow around there. All right, got some sleeves here so we can get the bench shirt on. That smaller bench shirt I first showed you off the bat, that's a tight shirt, so you wear this bad boy, right? Stick this on and it just helps it slide right up. Now someone can just slide that shirt sleeve right up, pull this out, you are in your bench shirt, ready to go. All right, the knee wraps that I did use, and I did use at the Arnie, the Titan Gold Standards. Now I love these things. I self-wrapped them. I actually wrapped my own knees at that meet, compete and multiply, with these exact wraps right here. Love these knee wraps, and I squatted 630 raw. These wraps right here, and yeah, that's still to date my highest raw squat in training. Blew that out, but haven't done too much since. Been focusing on the bench, you guys know. Got another little thing of baby powder in there, and I got some spider chalk, some Black Widow spider chalk. If you want to see how this works, let's try this baby out. So this is good if you're in a gym that doesn't have chalk or something. You carry your Black Widow around. Nothing to it. Right here, apply a little bit. All right, let's see what we get. You wipe it around. You gotta kind of let the air get to it a bit. All right, let the air hit it. Let's see if this thing actually works. It's like 2 years old. And there we go. We're getting a little bit. We're getting a base layer. You know, it's not really working like it used to, but I got more grip now. Got more grip, my Black Widow. See, it comes out like chalk, but that's a good option. Always carrying around a little thing of liquid chalk. And that's about it, guys. That's about all I got in my gym bag, my gym trunk. So, yeah, nothing left. I mean, that's everything I need. I'm most focused on bench now, but I got everything. Keep traction. Bands are good. You got to put them on a bench. Good to go. I got my bench shirts. I can lift weight. My belt. Nothing to it but to do it. All right, guys. Coach Ben here. drunk.